Global markets remain on edge as the Iran crisis drives sharp swings in oil prices, disrupts key shipping routes and fuels economic strain far beyond the region. Crude has been volatile, supply lines are being withdrawn, and inside Iran, ordinary people are feeling the impact through soaring living costs. The crisis over Iran is also intensifying in Washington, where the Trump administration is facing mounting pressure at home, even as it signals a tougher stance abroad. Here's the latest with Radziaman.
Thanks, Cheryl. Oil prices edged up on Friday after the previous day's wild swings, with investors awaiting the next move in the Middle East crisis, while Asian stocks rose in holiday-thin trade following a tech-led record on Wall Street. Now, with peace talks between the U.S. and Iran stalled for the past week, there appears to be little sign that they will agree on a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz anytime soon. After tumbling early in April on news of a ceasefire between the rivals, crude has spiked in recent weeks amid stuttering negotiations, and they soared yesterday after news reports said Donald Trump would be briefed on potential fresh military strikes. Now, Brent for June delivery hit a peak above $126 before easing back to end at $114, which was down for the day. Now, Tehran's air defenses were activated to counter small aircraft and drones late on Thursday, as the White House signaled that it will not be reined in by a congressional deadline on the Iran war. Now, the Tasnim and Fars news agencies reported that air defense systems heard in some parts of the Iranian capital were activated to counter small aircraft and reconnaissance drones for around 20 minutes, but that the situation had returned to normal. With a key congressional deadline looming, the White House insists it has the authority to press ahead with military action despite growing calls from lawmakers to rein in the conflict. Now, the Trump administration argued that the 60-day clock to seek authorization was effectively paused by a ceasefire announced last month. Now, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz as well as tensions in the Red Sea are reshaping trade routes, with Africa becoming a hub for global container ship traffic. Now, over the past 2 months, the blockade has also pushed ship owners to find alternative land corridors to deliver foodstuffs and manufactured goods by truck, as they can no longer reach the Gulf's coastal countries by sea. Jeddah is also fast turning into the Red Sea's emergency shipping hub. Mega carriers are rerouting via the Suez Canal, unloading in Saudi Arabia, then trucking cargo across the desert to Gulf markets cut off by sea for weeks. But congestion is rising, with ships piling up and wait times more than doubling in days. Now, shipping lines are already eyeing alternatives such as Oman's Sohar and the UAE's Khorfakan and Fujairah, as pressure on Jeddah keeps on mounting. Now, Iranians in Tehran say prices of basic goods have surged dramatically, with some reporting costs of up to tenfold since the war began. Our residents describe everyday items becoming increasingly unaffordable, putting pressure on households already facing economic strain.
جنگ شده 10 برابر همه چیز گرون شده. یعنی من جوون از حتی سیگاری که دوستان میکشن 10 برابر شده. از 120 تومن شده 180 تومن. حتی نرخ ثابتی هم نداره. یعنی مغازه‌ها به خودشون کسی بالا سر اینا نیست که بخواد قیمت تعیین کنه بگه شما انقدر بفروش. همه یه قیمت میدن برای خودشون.
قیمتا در واقع داره میشه گفت نابسامانیه. یعنی حالت معکوس داره. میره بالا میره پایین در واقع اینجوری
Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says a naval blockade against Iran could last for months, a move that has already pushed global oil prices to a 4-year high. As the standoff drags on, there are still no clear signs of a breakthrough either on the battlefield or at the negotiating table. For now, the Iran crisis continues to ripple across global markets, disrupt vital trade routes, and squeeze everyday life for millions. And that's it from me. Back to you, Cheryl, for other developments on TVS Nightline.